Acrisius, king of Argos, that his grandson would one day kill him. He feared this day, and to avoid his fate, he locked his daughter in a dungeon where no one would ever find her. However, he did not predict what happened next. Zeus, disguised as a shower of golden rain, snuck into Danae's chamber, and she was soon pregnant with his child. Months later, she gave birth to a healthy baby boy. Hearing wailing coming from inside Danae's chamber, Acrisius was surprised and horrified to find his worst fear had come true. In one final attempt to avoid his fate, Acrisius locked Danae and her son Perseus in a large wooden chest. He threw the chest into the ocean, hoping both would drown. But it did not. It floated. Carried by the currents, the chest eventually made its way to the island of Seriphos. Once there, a man named Dictys found the chest. He unbolted the lid and was surprised to find two passengers inside.
Who are you?
I'm Danae, and this is my son Perseus.
Danae, you are very beautiful. Will you marry me, and I will take your son as my own?
Sure.
Right.
Some years later, Dictys brought his wife to meet his brother, Polydectes, the king of Seriphos.
And now you two back out. Brother, this is my wife and child.
Upon seeing Danae, Polydectes also fell in love with her and wanted to steal her from Dictys. Perseus was a strong warrior now, and he refused to let Polydectes take his mother.
Perseus, as king of Seriphos, I demand you to go cut off Medusa's head.
Medusa, who had once been mortal, was so hideous that if anyone looked into her eyes, they were instantly turned to stone. Perseus would not only have to be strong and brave, but clever in order to complete his task. He traveled to the island where the Gorgon lived and waited until nightfall to attack. He walked backwards up to her and used his shield as a mirror to safely kill her. Medusa is dead at last, but the power her eyes still holds remains. Perseus must be careful. Careful not to look at the severed head, Perseus stuffed it into a sack. He began his journey back home, but when he came upon a beautiful woman, he didn't know it. But it was the princess Andromeda. She was chained to the rocks as a sacrifice to the sea monster Ketos. She was very beautiful, and her mother was proud, but it came with a price.
My daughter is more dazzling than any of the nymphs in the sea.
Cassiopeia angered the sea nymphs along with Poseidon, god of the sea. He unleashed a flood upon the kingdom along with the sea monster Ketos. Desperate to calm the gods, Cepheus asked the priestess for help.
Revered priestess, what must I do to appease the gods?
You shall sacrifice your daughter to Ketos.
Understood.
Taking the priestess's advice, he had Andromeda chained to the rocks and left her there to die. When Perseus saw Andromeda, he fell in love with her, but Ketos rose at that moment and made a beeline for the princess. Determined to rescue the princess, Perseus went for the beast. He plunged his sword into Ketos' heart, killing the monster instantly. With Ketos dead, Perseus rushed to free Andromeda.
I'm Andromeda, Princess Andromeda. It's so scary you saved me.
Wow. Cepheus was grateful that Perseus had freed his daughter and gave his blessing for their marriage. Together, they left for Seriphos.
Thank you for saving my daughter. You have my blessing to marry.
When they arrived, Perseus found that his mother and Dictys was trapped in a temple. Polydectes and a group of men were gathered in an attempt to capture Danae. Perseus marched up to Polydectes and pulled Medusa's head from the sack. turned its glare on Polydectes, killing the man. Perseus' fame spread, and Acrisius learned that his grandson had lived. In his fear, Acrisius moved far away to Thessaly, leaving everyone safe and happy.